us a little about the history of the Hat Factory.
The Hat Factory opened 6 years ago. It was an old hat factory, which is not too surprising. There was a tradition with art centres, which has actually continued, of taking what the building originally did and calling them after that particular tradition. So, for example, you had the custard factory in Birmingham, which was turned into an art centre, and since then you've had the chocolate factory in London and the toy factory, for instance. So the Hat Factory used to make hats. It's been an art centre for several years. We used to call it Artesium. It closed in the 1990s, and when we reopened it in 2003, 2004, we felt it should reflect what it used to do here.
And it's now become an arts centre.
It's a full-time arts centre, but I would also add that we do have people who have their own businesses here, so we have a range of other businesses here, including in the past hat making.
And what range of music do you feature?
Well, for us, music is a really important part of our programme. It's probably the strongest part of our programme. We feature blues, we do a lot of jazz here, a lot of world music, a lot of rock and roll. And what's really important for us is that we offer local people the opportunity of performing. So, for instance, most Wednesday nights we have a jam opportunity, rock and pop, and we've done jazz. We do local gigs here through local promoters, and it's an opportunity for people to come in and see both local and regional talent, but at the same time we put older artists on as well, more established artists. So, for instance, in the past we've had Hugh Cornwall, 9 Below Zero, more recently the James Taylor Quartet. So I think it's a real eclectic mix.
And do you have a particular favourite artist you've had on?
Well, I have to say I booked Colin Hay here. I don't do a lot of booking for music these days, but I had the opportunity of doing so. And Colin Hay used to be lead singer of Men at Work, and I came to see that particular concert. I mean, he was fantastic. He was stripped bare, just him and an acoustic guitar, fantastic storyteller, good raconteur, and I think the audience that came really got some fantastic value for money that particular night.
Obviously, this is a premier venue for live music in Luton. Where does the Hat Factory go from here? What's the future look like?
Well, for us, it's still a young venue. It's 5 years old. It still has a long way to go. You know, venues don't really mature until they've been around sort of 10, 15 years. We think there's a lot of opportunity to grow the music opportunity here, looking maybe at creating larger spaces in the Hat Factory through maybe a possible future capital programme. We do other aspects within the venue like dance and theatre. Everything can certainly grow, can get bigger, become have a more regional influence, but obviously primarily it needs to serve the local people, the local population. For us it's about a challenge really. You know, anything to do with arts, whether it's music, theatre or dance, it's a challenge to get across what's happening in a venue like this and offering people something slightly different.
And do you think the local music TV partnership will be of benefit to the Hat Factory?
I think it's a really interesting opportunity. You can no longer just work through traditional media sources like advertising through local paper or looking at local editorial, or even through radio. I mean, they're all crucial. But these days, people can have access so readily to online opportunities, whether it's through the likes of YouTube or any of the social networking opportunities, that it's a major tool. And having this partnership will enable us to really develop an aspect which we haven't really worked on in the past, and this really will be a very interesting opportunity.
That's live music at the Hat Factory on a computer near you soon. Thank you.